Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the 12 Days of Foundation day number 11. I'm reviewing 12 foundations throughout December, and in every video there's a giveaway, so be sure to check the link below. I'm giving away a Sephora gift card every single video. Today it is all about Patrick Ta, a fairly new foundation from them. I actually just picked this up at Sephora yesterday. It's the Major Skin Cream Foundation. So as always, I'll have timestamps down below if you'd like to skip ahead, if you want to see before and after, flash photo, how it looks at the end of the day, or how it looks in natural light. Other than that, be sure to subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. If you're not familiar with Patrick Ta products, he launched his line, I think a year or 2 years ago. For me, the standout has definitely been the brow wax. It's the only brow wax that I like. My voice is a little scratchy this morning. Went to dinner last night and it was a Tuesday, today's a Wednesday, and there was a group of guys next to us who were there before we got there. We had a dinner reservation for 7. They had bottle service and were screaming. Okay? And like, you know, I get it. You want to turn up. It's the holidays. It's probably a tech startup or something. Like, this is not the place for bottle service. Anyways, maybe I'm just sounding old and grumpy. So that's why my voice is like that this morning, I think, because I was screaming last night. But basically, the way that this works, at first I was kind of like $69. So it's $69 Canadian, $52 American. Technically, you are getting 2 products in here. So it comes with a cream foundation and then a finishing powder. And you're getting 12 grams of the cream foundation, which is quite a decent amount for a cream, and then 9 grams of powder, which is great. Off the bat, it's very jarring. First of all, this looks very dark. This looks very light. This, when I swatched in store, it looks so much more sheer on the skin. So it is really a deceiving product that I definitely recommend you checking out in store. It's got this sort of protector here, which I appreciate. I do, however, find Patrick Ta's packaging, while it's beautiful and sleek, first of all, I've got my dirty paws all over it here now. But the way that it works is like there's always this sort of overhang here, and I find it can be a little bit hard, definitely on the brow wax. I find it a little difficult to use, so potentially that could get messy. It's not like that with the blush. I have one of the blushes here, but I also did find like my blush almost got hard pan a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna prime my skin. I'm using the Milk Hydro Grip. That's pretty much the primer I've been using throughout this whole series. And they say to use a brush. There is a Patrick Ta brush, but I don't have that. So as usual, I was in between a bunch of different shades. I picked up the shade medium 4. So debating between 3 and 4. 3 looked really neutral on my skin. And it comes in 24 different shades. I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild brush, which I love. I wish that they came out with it again. I don't even think, like, they sent this to me. I would have never, like a fake rose brush, I would have never ever bought it just solely because of the way it looked. But the brush itself is one of the best foundation brushes I've ever used. It's like perfect density, perfect roundness. Obviously not like the most ideal ergonomic shape. But it says this is a duo that includes a blendable medium coverage cream foundation with a satin finish powder. You can see that's what it looks like on the skin. It has like a thicker texture. I'm not sure how this would be with a sponge. Includes a breathable, buildable cream formula that melts into the skin and moves with the skin. Includes an air spun powder that blurs the appearance of pores to create a flawless looking skin-like finish. And it says it has a natural finish, medium coverage, good for pores, best for oily, combo, and normal. So they're not recommending this necessarily to dry skin. And I can kind of feel that. It definitely has like a thickness to it. Yesterday I wore the Kat Von D Apple foundation for the first time in a while because I picked something else up from Kat Von D at Sephora, so stay tuned. I'm doing a little Sephora haul on my Instagram and TikTok, etc. But it does look actually really smooth on the skin. I know I mentioned this before, but let me turn down the light so you get a little better. I don't really have a issue with pores, having large pores, but I do have some texture. Definitely got some active breakouts right now, but I think it looks really smooth. There's just something about this texture that I don't, it's not that I don't, I always just prefer a liquid. I find it just to be the easiest and the most predictable, but this does seem to be working nicely. But I can see how oily skin, or I can see how dry skin might not like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup. I will jump back quickly to show you the powder application, and I'll take flash photos as well. Okay, I have my concealer on now. I'm gonna try powdering both my under eyes and my face with this because it looks like not a translucent powder, but like it just looks kind of like, almost like Laura Mercier translucent honey. If anything, it looks too light for my face and potentially suitable for my under eyes, but let me try with a bigger brush. What do you think? Do you feel like it's taking away any of the color? It's just mattifying. And they basically say, you know, use it lightly on your T-zone, very makeup artisty kind of vibes, but for me it's the sort of thing that'll go, I'm putting it all over my face, but shade looks okay to me. It looks really smooth. So I'm going to go ahead now and really put on the rest of my makeup and be right back. Okay, I am now back with all of my makeup on, and I think things look really good. There's definitely lots of glow on my skin. I do have highlighter on, but I think the natural glow really stayed on my skin. It doesn't have a completely matte look to it. I'm curious how this is going to wear though. Like, it's not that it feels... Maybe I'm just biased against like cream products, but I'm like, I feel like it looks a little bit heavier now that I have the powder and the rest of my makeup on. To me, it almost feels a little bit more like it's sitting on my skin as opposed to it melded into my skin. It's not like a bad thing. Like, it looks like good makeup, but it looks like makeup. And that might just be sort of a little bit more of a personal preference thing. And also although it has that natural glow to it, overall it definitely is more on the matte side. So maybe that's also what I'm kind of seeing there. But I do overall think it looks good. And as for how it looked in photos, I thought it looked really good there as well. Like I said, it's not completely matte looking, but definitely on the matte side in comparison to some of the other foundations I've tried over the past couple of weeks. And then in flash photo, I think it looks really good. There's no flashback, there's no addition of SPF in here or anything, so you don't really need to be concerned with that. But although it does have a little bit more coverage, so that can affect things if you don't have a great shade match in photos. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. I wouldn't say it feels incredibly lightweight, but it doesn't feel heavy. I'm interested to see how it's going to wear and how it's going to feel as my oils come through, but so far so good. And as always, everything that I'm wearing in terms of makeup will be listed in the description. But I was about to end the video and say, if you'd like to connect with me. But I will check back with you in some natural light. Coming to you with my midday check-in. I think you can see maybe, so it's kind of shadowy. Things look a little bit shiny. They feel a little bit shiny and they look a little bit makeup-y. So I've just been kind of like editing, puttering around the house. Now I've been cleaning up, getting ready to go get my nails done for New Year's. But, well, I mean, New Year's is like weeks away, but they will be my New Year's nails. But I think things look okay. I don't love it. Definitely doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like, you know, the face of makeup that I want to wear to the nail salon. It's like, I feel like a little overdone. Feels a little bit and looks a little cakey in my opinion. But I also like hate my skin right now. So when I have a bunch of breakouts, it's hard to satisfy me. And I would be taking a less is more approach right now. It hasn't moved around a ton, but I definitely do find myself like wanting to blot, wanting to powder a little bit. So I think I'm going to do that. Just gonna take a little bit of paper towel. Hi, Bippy. You're saying I shouldn't be blotting with paper towel. Meow. Meow kit. Meow kit. And then I just have a little bit of this Hourglass Veil powder. Ever so lightly. Because the powder that comes with it, it's not necessarily like a mattifying powder or anything. It's like very much a very light setting powder, which is nice. I wouldn't really want to put anything heavier on top of this, but I definitely feel a lot better. I could start it to feel kind of getting cakey and heavy as my oils were coming through. So it definitely feels a lot better now. Hi, Rupu. So I'm gonna go ahead and wear this for a couple more hours, gonna get my nails done, and I will see you this evening. Okay, I'm back. It's the end of the day, and I just got my favorite manicure ever! How cute! Look at these little gemstones on there. Wanted like holiday vibes, but not, you know, obviously holiday. Shout out to Reese Wong. She sent me my inspiration. Then I went to Loft Nail Salon, one of my favorite salons here in Toronto. Anyways, the foundation. I don't recommend it. Here's why. A couple of reasons. The price tag. $69 is a lot of money, and I don't feel like the powder makes it worth it in any way, so I don't feel like I'm getting two products. The powder is like, it's great that it's there. And if I loved both of them together, it would be awesome to have them together in the packaging, but I'm just not a huge cream foundation person. I think if you have like skin with no texture and you're looking for something with like good coverage and you have like an oilier skin type, this could be a good option. But I feel like if you have any texture, it doesn't need to be dry skin. It could be acne scarring, or just general unevenness. While it's really, really smoothing on the pores, I just don't love the way it looks on the rest of my skin. Like, it's interesting because it does look really, really smooth, but I don't know, I'm not really feeling it. I'm honestly probably gonna return it. Heads up, if you want to return something to Sephora, if you don't like it, you can absolutely do that, and get your money back. So, I don't know. I've said that before and people got mad at me. So I'm hesitant to even say it now. But realistically, I think I'm gonna return this because I do not see myself reaching for this. It's not that it's horrific. It lasted on my skin well. It hasn't moved around. I've been sweating. I was, in and outside of the house today. Changed my outfits, things like that. I did lose a little bit of coverage when I blotted or transferred a little bit, but I find that happens with anything, and that's also going to be dependent on your powder, blush, bronzer. I didn't use a setting spray, but I don't love it. I'm just not. I have so many other foundations that I really, really enjoy that, like I said, I just do not see myself reaching for this. If you have a dry skin type, I don't think this is going to be for you. So like normal to oily for sure. And yeah, I'm just not a cream foundation girl at the end of the day. So it was fighting a losing battle to begin with, but not horrific, just not my preference. So let me know what you think down below. How do you feel about cream foundations? How do you feel about this one? What do you think? Should I keep it? But if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!